Want to learn firsthand about the goals and expectations of the Veterans Benefits Administration going forward? Stay tuned for a brief discussion with the Principal Deputy Undersecretary for Benefits, Mike Frueh, on VA Benefits News. Welcome to our second episode of VA Benefits News. I'm your host, Debbie Tondini. Each month, we will be talking to our senior leaders about benefits and services that directly impact our veterans and service members. We have Principal Deputy Undersecretary Mike Frueh with us today.
Thank you for having me, Debbie. It's great to see you again. First and foremost, I want to thank all of the veterans that are watching today. You're the reason that we come to work every single day here at VA. I know that things have been different this last year with the pandemic, but I'm great to be back here in the office, seeing more and more people in the office, interacting with everyone out of the office, working to deliver benefits to veterans.
Can you discuss the American Rescue Plan and its effects on veterans?
Yeah, American Rescue Plan is actually a fantastic piece of legislation for us because it directly enables us to deliver the vision of benefits to veterans that the Secretary and the President have. Our goal is to make sure that every veteran has access to the benefits that they've earned no matter where they live, and the American Rescue Plan enables us to do that. Specifically for VBA, it gives us $386 million worth of funding to create a job training program for veterans who have been impacted by the pandemic and haven't been able to work. And it also gives us funding to enable the process of claims adjudication to be faster by scanning more documents, by being able to work more electronically and increase the productivity of our staff while they're working safely from home and while veterans are accessing VA safely from home.
In what ways?
Well, part of the program is giving us funding to scan a lot of historical records that exist in NARA and in other locations so we can look at veteran service records without having to physically get the records. So if a veteran files a claim and we need to look for information about their service and records, we don't have to go anywhere to get it because we will already have it in our systems. It will enable us to be much more efficient in delivering claims decisions and also eliminate the need for paper and information to go around the country.
Now, how much of the American Rescue Plan funding is allocated to veterans?
So $386 million of the American Rescue Plan is allocated to a rapid retraining program for veterans, which is for high demand occupations, quick training, and we'll operate it through our education program in a way that we've done in the past. We have some analogs that we've done. We're going to announce the high demand occupations in the next few weeks, and veterans will begin to apply and start taking this training shortly thereafter. We have an additional $262 million, which we're using for the scanning and for claims processing that will help enable us to be a better, more efficient organization in handling veterans' claims.
I understand that the law has certain provisions that will have an impact on the lives of veterans.
Many veterans, including minority and women veterans, live in rural and hard-to-reach areas. The pandemic and the corresponding economic downturn have hit these communities particularly hard. The American Rescue Plan assists communities disproportionately impacted by the pandemic.
So can you talk about VBA's outreach initiatives and partnerships?
Well, outreach is an essential part of the Department of Veterans Affairs, and VBA has owned outreach for a very, very long time. I used to run outreach for VBA, and it was where we met several years ago. And it's an area that I really, really love. And I would say over and over again that we cannot do enough outreach. When my father got out of the Vietnam War, we were living in rural America, very rural America, outside of Fort Leonard Wood. For anyone that knows Missouri, anyone the Army might have been through there, he did not have access to any other Vietnam veterans. He didn't have access to resources, and as a consequence, he didn't apply for a single benefit throughout his life until we got closer to a large-scale community like St. Louis. Outreach is essential, and we're, I would say, upping our game in outreach. We have an entire group focused on outreach and engagement. We've got outreach starting a year before veterans transition through our military to civilian life cycle. We've got outreach with DoD. We've got solid start outreach to veterans at transition, 6 months after transition, and a year after transition as part of a continuous caring communication effort with veterans so that we can let them know A, that we're here and what benefits we have to offer, and B, we can talk to them. It's one-on-one conversations and they can ask us questions about things and we can tailor outreach to what their specific needs are. But we're always available for veterans online at va.gov, always available for veterans on the phone at 1-800-827-1000. We're always available for veterans whenever and however they want to access us.
Could you tell us, how does VA work with the VSOs to improve the delivery of benefits?
Well, as I talked about outreach, VSOs are an integral part of how we deliver benefits to veterans, starting with outreach so veterans are aware of their particular benefits. VA has been working with VSOs since World War II in delivering benefits to veterans. VSOs serve as advocates. They act as representatives for veterans. They explain what VBA means, what VA benefits and services are to veterans, and they help us. And in that, we are hand in hand with VSOs in delivering benefits and services to veterans. We can't do what we do without them. We connect with VSOs constantly at a central office level to make sure that they understand what we're thinking, they understand where we're trying to go, and we can work beneficially with them, symbiotically with them, so to speak, in delivering benefits to veterans.
So thank you for talking with me today. We've covered VBA's initiatives, partnerships, and continued outreach to our veterans and service members. As we close, is there anything that you would like to say?
I'd like to say that this year marks my 19th year in VA, and most of it in VBA, and I'm elated to be back in VBA and helping deliver benefits to veterans. What drew me to here 19 years ago is the same reason that I'm happy to get up and come to work at ODARC 30 every single day, is we get to do something fun, we get to do something noble, and that is help deliver benefits to veterans. My goal is to increase access to veterans. VBA is the entryway to VHA for healthcare services and for all other services in VA. It's a mission that we take very seriously at VA, and I love working with people like you, Debbie, and everyone else who lives this every single day. It makes my job easy, it makes my job happy, it makes me very glad to be back at VBA delivering mission to veterans.
Tune in next month for another episode of VA Benefits News. And remember to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel to stay up to date on the latest VA benefits information. And if you're interested in seeing other videos about veterans benefits, click the link below in the description. See you next time.